Kicks off with breaking news. Good to see you on this Tuesday afternoon. I'm Larry Miller. A man in Fairfax County in the hospital with life-threatening injuries. Police telling us at this hour that he was shot by a Fairfax County police officer. Investigators say that man also had a weapon. Matthew Torres live at Fitt Court in Lorton, where police right now have just given an update on the situation there. Matthew, we understand that this all started with a call to police regarding a report of a suspicious vehicle.
And Larry, that suspicious vehicle is actually still here at the scene. As we zoom in towards Fitt Court, it's a little bit hard to see from our angle, but just around the corner past that stop sign is where a lot of the investigators have converged. We did just get an update from the chief moments ago. Investigators still here at the scene hours after an officer shot this man at least once here in Lorton. That man, who is in his early 30s, remains in the hospital now in stable condition. Police say 2 officers responded to the neighborhood after a resident reported a suspicious van parked on the street for at least 24 hours just around 8 o'clock this morning. They arrived and then determined this van had stolen tags out of North Carolina. They did not realize that a man was inside this van at first when they called a tow truck. At some point, the man stepped out of the vehicle, according to the chief, and he says body cam footage shows him carrying a rifle with a short barrel. When he stepped out of this van, the officer reportedly told him to drop the firearm several times. So when he pointed it towards the officers, police say that officer then fired multiple shots. We are still trying to figure out about this man. We know he has ties here to Fairfax County. Apparently, he actually was wanted by Fairfax County Police for failure to appear. But what the chief was describing was this man clearly was living inside this van based on what they saw inside.
I personally walked up to the van to check it out because it was being described to me as a place where someone had lived for an extended period of time. And certainly, I've personally never seen so many things inside of a minivan. This man was clearly living in his minivan. There were many items in the minivan, and in fact, he had dark curtain rods assembled inside the minivan that appeared to separate the front 2 seats from the rest of the vehicle. The windows around the minivan were very tinted.
Again, that person is still in the hospital. In fact, whenever the shots fired, 1 officer sustained minor injuries for trying to remove the tow truck driver on the scene, and she ended up hurting herself but has been treated and of course has now been released. The chief says that they will plan to release body cam footage of this incident. He says that witnesses who were there also can corroborate some of what he said during this press conference. We did have reaction from neighbors who say this is normally a very, very quiet community, a very shocking scene this morning. We'll have another update coming up on WUSA 9 at 5 and 6, but for now, we're live in Lorton. Matthew Torres, WUSA 9.